On a rainy day in Shanghai, Keir Starmer was taking in the sights, the first British Prime Minister to visit China for 8 years, using the city's annual Lantern Festival as the backdrop for bringing the UK-China relationship back into flower.
Oh, thank you very much.
But it's a tricky balancing act, reviving a stagnant economy back home without upsetting Washington, which is the UK's single biggest trading partner. Last night, Donald Trump lashed out. He was attending the premiere of his wife Melania's documentary, and one question provoked a flash of anger.
What do you think about the UK getting into business with China? Keir Starmer was in Beijing.
Well, it's very dangerous for them to do that, and it's even more dangerous, I think, for Canada to get into business with China. Canada is not doing well. They're doing very poorly, and you can't look at China as the answer. I know China very well. I know President Xi's a friend of mine. I know him very well, but that's a big hurdle to go over when you get Canada.
Canada's Premier visited Beijing earlier this month. Mark Carney agreed to lower import duties on some Chinese electric cars.
We must work at speed and scale to find new partners, to diversify our trade and attract unprecedented levels of investment in our country.
Mr. Carney described his relationship with President Xi's China as more predictable than with the United States. His talks with China's leader prompted Mr. Trump to threaten Canada with tariffs of 100% if it agreed a wider trade deal with Beijing.
Great.
So Keir Starmer may well have expected a similar backlash, and talking to Channel 4 News' political editor, he didn't sound surprised.
Well, I saw the clip from Donald Trump. I think it's fair to say he was talking more about Canada than us.
A bit. He was asked about you.
Hear me out. As close allies, we obviously discussed this trip with his team before we came. And I think I'm right in saying that Donald Trump is expected to visit himself.
So he's being a bit erratic.
April. It wouldn't be in our national interest to be the only country that sits with our head in the sand, not taking the opportunities that we've opened up by this visit.
The President of the People's Republic of China.
Mr. Trump last met President Xi in South Korea back in October. It was the prelude to talks on their own new trade deal set for April. The Americans are in effect warning their traditional allies not to go it alone on their own trade agreements with China, allowing Mr. Trump to negotiate first from a position of strength. Keir Starmer has spent much of the last year navigating the maze of how to keep the US president on side. He's trying to repair some of the damage caused by a trade war Mr. Trump started, and he's too much of a diplomat to call the US president a hypocrite, while China's foreign ministry spokesman is too much of a diplomat to take any public pleasure from any division between Britain and America.
中方愿同各国本着互利共赢的精神加强合作，造福各国人民。
After years of discord, Keir Starmer has begun repairing ties here. In return, the Chinese have lifted their travel ban on 6 British members of Parliament who'd accused China of genocide against the Uyghur minority. His critics back home say the Prime Minister is kowtowing, but even they would admit that China is too important to ignore.